So our buddy Lloyd is in love. By accident, he found this girl on Facebook, right? And she lives 1,300 miles away. I think he lives in Northern Europe and she lives in Northern Africa. So it's quite a distance away. And she also happens to be Muslim. And he doesn't describe what religion he has. I'm not even sure if he has a religion, but he sees these as obstacles, geographic obstacles, as well as ideological obstacles. But he's in love, okay? So here's what I'm gonna do, and here's what I often do, and some of you guys get this, and some of you guys don't. I don't really answer your questions a lot of times. Most of the times. Because I'm looking at the context through which you're asking this question. I'm looking at the situation from afar, and I'm also looking at who you are, as opposed to the content of the situation. So, I can answer this and entangle with the fact that, there's a geographic distance from you and the whole religious thing that's gonna make a lot of people upset. But the fact is, the problem is not the distance and it's not the religion. The problem is, you're in love. I once heard that you should never trust someone who is in love, because when you're in love, you are literally imbalanced in such a way that you're thinking all with your heart and balls and your mind has completely been turned off, right? And I often talk about breathing into your balls, trusting your heart, but recognize that it is a balance between Father, Son, Holy Spirit. It's a trinity. They have to work together. It can't be all head, which it is for a lot of people. They never fall in love. They never have any warm feelings. It can't be all balls, because then it's like, there would be anarchy, a weird kind of anarchy. Not that people can't take care of themselves, but everybody would be acting based on their instinct all the time without consideration for love, abstract ideas of the such, as well as thinking. You gotta fucking think. You still gotta use your head. I often invite you to trust your body, trust your feelings, but do not let it rule you and forget your head. And when you're in love, this is just a biological response. So it's not that you did the wrong thing. The problem is you cannot make decisions when a third of that triad is turned off. And when you're in love, we've all been in love. I've fallen in love. There's a difference between loving someone and falling in love. Falling literally means you're swept off your feet. Why do you think they say fall? Because you're not standing on your ground. You are not grounded, bro. Do not even consider making any type of big decisions when you are in love. Explore the love, experience it to its fullest. Play with it, write poetry, send her pictures. Be in it as it is, experience it, feel it, and enjoy it. But do not make any life-altering decisions, okay? Because you're going to find that eventually, and this is always the case, that euphoric feeling associated with letting go, falling in love, which is so great, you're on a fucking cloud, goes away. And then you're left with a mess. And the mess for you is gonna look like, her parents might wanna kill you, your parents might wanna kill her. There is a distance between you that's gonna cause her to be stripped from her family, and I don't know what that looks like, and for you to be stripped from your home. There's a lot to be considered. Now, it doesn't mean that you can't choose to go down that route. That's a beautiful route. I'm always telling people to be courageous about the steps that they take in their life and never let other people's opinions and other people's conditionings rule you. So you may want to do that. You might want to deal with that. But don't decide to deal with that while you're in love. Decide to deal with that when you're thinking practically, when you're thinking pragmatically. See, people are courageous in love, but then when they're standing on the ground they chose, I've spoken about this in a video last week, they don't realize that now the work begins, dude. So you're gonna face a lot of shit. Be prepared to face a lot of shit if you decide to make this decision, but don't do it just yet. Spend some time talking to her, thinking about it, being practical just for a moment, maybe a little bit, maybe a month from now. Experience the love, but don't make any big decisions, dude. Never trust a man who's in love. Peace.